Oh. Well, hello there, Internet. I didn't see you come in. But as long as you're here, I might as well review for you another Nintendo Switch video game. Bad North, developed by Plausible Concepts and published by Raw Fury, is a strategy action adventure as the Nintendo eShop puts it. But before we get started, is it too early for a like? Huh? I don't know. Is it? Who's to say? Anyway, this is a real-time tactics and combat simulator. In the game, you'll travel to different islands and defend against the brutal, savage Vikings. Each island has a different layout, and it's up to you to come up with different strategies to combat the bloodthirsty warlords that are coming to destroy everything you hold dear. These guys are bad. If this was Harry Potter, they would be like Slytherin. As for the story, it's pretty bare bones. I'd even say somebody nibbled at the bones before you got your chance at it. Bad North, the game about nothing. But there is a story. I had to go to the Nintendo eShop to find the official synopsis there. Your father was the king. The king has been killed. You're his son. You gotta take his place, and you gotta lead the armies to victory. This all happens off screen, by the way. It's never hinted at that you're the heir to the throne. I just found out while writing this review. Anyway, now you have to helm the throne and lead the armies to victory against these barbarians who killed your father. I will come and slay you and your children. That's about as far as the story goes. It's all contained in the synopsis. When you beat the game, nothing happens. You just get a little congratulations. There's really no story inside of the game. If you're driven by story, I know we don't need a story, but it's like Super Mario Land 3, where Bowser is the adoptive father of the Koopalings, and it's never hinted at inside of the game at all, but it's in the booklet, as far as I know. But who would let Bowser adopt kids anyway? He has a pretty bad reputation amongst the Mushroom Kingdom as far as I remember. This game had an official release date of August 20th, 2018. And about a year later, a free DLC was released. Jotun Edition. I don't know if I said that right. Jotun. Maybe if you're Hispanic. Jotun. And I love free DLC. I honestly feel like this is how all games should be. We open with the title card. And it sets the tone really well. It's like a dangerous threat looms on the horizon. When starting a new game, you're allowed to pick a general, a starting item, and a starting trait. If this is your first time playing, then you start with nothing. No traits. No item. Those can be acquired while playing through the game, and then can be used on subsequent playthroughs. But you've got a normal, a hard, and a very hard mode, so definitely try playing through it a few times. I've played it myself like too many times to count. You will begin on the tiny island of Stahlberg. This is your home. But wait. I thought your father was the king. So how is your father the king and this little tiny speck of dust of an island is your home? A king with no subjects? I don't know. Poor kings exist too? Anyway, with 2 generals at the ready, you have to defend the tiny island. And placement is everything. And, as Star Wars Episode 3 taught us, you don't fuck with the higher ground. It's just not in your best interest. So a lot of times, you can place your units at the top of a hill, and this will give you a slight advantage in battle. Because the walkway up the hill is so narrow that they have to come up single file, so they don't have the opportunity to gang up on you. The game consists of 2 modes. World Map View, where you can strategize on what islands to go to and what items to give your generals, and the second mode is the Battle mode. First, you will select the generals that take the field. You're allowed a total of 4 per island. Once you deploy, the armies take the field, and you wait for your enemy to make its approach. And when they do, they're gonna come after you. And they're gonna try and make you back that booty up. But you're gonna say, no, I'm not backing that booty up. In the battle mode, you're allowed a 360 view, but you can also zoom in really nice and tight if you're one of those loving the blood and gore type. Now let's talk about your armies. You begin with base units. These guys are nothing special. They just carry swords. But you can upgrade your units. You can upgrade to archers, which are very essential. Archers are almost my favorite. They can end the fight before your enemy can get onto the field. Pikemen, they defend really well. Sometimes I like to put them up against the wall. And infantry. These are sword guys and shield guys. But you need the sword and shield because sometimes archers are coming and you need to defend your archers from a hailstorm of arrows. The game plays sort of like a rock, paper, scissors. Archer beats pikeman. Pikeman beats infantry. Infantry beats archers. With a little variation, but that's the gist of it. It gets a little more complex than that. But with added traits, archers can defeat infantry as well. One thing I love about the end of battles is that you get a kill count, listing every enemy killed there on that island. But it doesn't stop there. When you go back to world map view, you can see all the enemies killed throughout the whole game by each general, and how many units that general has lost. In the upgrade menu, look upon the death and destruction that the death of your old man has wrought. As you play and defend islands, you will be paid handsomely for your courage, for saving them from a bloody, fiery death. No wenches, but you get plenty of gold coins. And with those gold coins you buy skills for your armies. You can upgrade items, and that's how you upgrade your units. You start with level 1, then you go to level 2, and then there's a level 3 for each infantry, pikemen, and archers. Archers at level 3 is the first thing that I ever do. But your enemies will get similar treatment. Soon, they'll come with shielded units, archers, giant sword generals, and jumping infantry units. This game really scratched that itch that I had after I beat Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. While the games are not too similar, they're both strategic. And you don't have to mash a button over and over again to swing a sword and beat a bunch of enemies. This is an amazing game, and it provided many roadblocks along the way. I had fun conquering each island. Sometimes you get beat, but you just restart. You can also take off the restart ability, but then your generals die, and that's it for them unless you get one of those Holy Grail cups. Then you can bring them back, but that's only if their item slot is still open. I have to admit, I backed myself into a corner more than a few times, and I found myself restarting the island over and over again. Sometimes putting it to sleep and thinking about it all night. And then I'll go to the bathroom at 3 a.m., see my Switch out of the corner of my eye and think, just one more. Just one more battle. I can do it this time, I know I can. This game is a favorite of mine. The price is a bit steep at $15 on the eShop, but I honestly feel like it was worth every penny. You should definitely buy it. But if I haven't convinced you, just go on the eShop and download the demo. Try it out for yourself. And then, I don't know, come back and leave a comment and tell me if you liked it. Download the demo, try it, tell me how you felt about it. And, like I said, they put out a free DLC, which is pretty sweet in my opinion. When I downloaded the demo, I played it for a while. I must have beat it like 10, 15 times. And then I just finally caved and I paid the $15 for it. And it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. And if I hadn't bought it and I knew about it and I played the demo, I'd do it again. I'd do it again. I give this game a Kirby shirt seal of approval. This is Super Happy Fun Time G-rad saying, get the fuck out of my house. Until next time.